It is Tom now for the Pure Channel Afternoon News on this Friday afternoon, November 11th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I are all afternoon news headlines at 12:16 p.m. on this Friday afternoon, Veterans Day afternoon. Here, top story is for the third night in a row, anti-Donald Trump demonstrators took to the streets of big cities and on college campuses across the United States, including that person smashed windows and a dumpster fire in Portland, Oregon. The police countered. Meanwhile, President-elect Donald Trump and President Obama met for the first time on Thursday and pledged to work together, starting the whirlwind transition will unfold over the next 10 weeks until Trump is sworn into office on January 20th. Mark Zuckerberg says that more can be done to improve the quality of the newsfeed experience, but that Facebook cannot have influenced the upcoming election. Visitors of military watch as U.S. President Obama participated in a wheat-laying ceremony at a tomb in the known stole at the Arlington National Cemetery in Arlington, Virginia, to commemorate Veterans Day today. And there were a lot of Veterans Day ceremonies, including here in Norton, which it was a big turnout, and everybody came out to thank the men and women who put their lives in the country in this time of war. And there were speakers ranging from Gary Cameron and Ed Brelt to Selectman Bob Kimball and Tim Gimlin. Was a big turnout at the Norton Veterans Day Parade for this year. GrabHub CEO says he didn't announce Trump supporters a quit. Swept from power, Democratic leaders in Washington and the states are increasingly nervous that the base case scenario fight for the chairmanship of the Democratic National Committee will be a long, ugly video because of Hillary Clinton. Members of the Iraqi police tried to pull a body from a mass grave discovered in Hamad al-Ali on Monday. Mazar al-Sharif, Afghanistan. Taliban militants stormed the German consulate in northern Afghan city Mazar al-Sharif, remnants at a wall with a truck bomb before balanced security forces in the late night attack that killed at least 4. Those were advocated modest military measures to stop at least slow the mass murder of Syrian civilians by Russia and Assad regime. Claims should not evade the patently unfair question that they often ask: are you willing to risk World War III? Moscow, Russia's defense minister said Friday they had a proof that militants in the Syrian city of Aleppo had recently used chemical weapons against the civil population, and Syrian government soldiers' accusation of rebels denied. Asaf Khan, a serial killer believed to be responsible for at least 7 murders, is not a monster, his mother claims. Following a viral video of Real Oak, Michigan students trying to build the wall during the school lunch hour Wednesday, the superintendent of the Birmingham Public Schools has sent in an email asking for a return to civil discourse. Phoenix, President-elect Donald Trump launched a campaign on immigrant sentiment and tried to repeal a key Obama administration program that shields hundreds of thousands of people from deportation. Donald Trump's election as President Chris Christie in a powerful role as chairman of the president-elect's transition team, but the governor's grown political package has left his own prospects for London to plumb post in the Trump administration. Gazabad, India. At least 30 people died in India after a fire in a factory in the city of Gazabad, Sabadad, in the district near the New Delhi in the Uttar Pradesh state. So, a former South Korean official said he thinks that U.S. President-elect Donald Trump works on nuclear armament were more the campaign rhetoric than a policy plan. Geneva, Switzerland. Islamic State shot and killed 40 civilians in Mosul, Iraq, and hung dead bodies on power poles, the United Nations said Friday. Brazil. The former president of Brazil, Dilma Rousseff, said accused President Michael Turner, who replaced her, taking the $295,000 bribe. Mexico City. Mexico said it will try to explain the strategic importance of NAFTA to Donald Trump was about to negotiate withdrawal from the trade deal. Manila. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte said Friday he plans to remove U.S. troops from the country by the end of December 2022. So, Kim Jong-un provided field guidance to the North Korean until the unit tells to do the sheriff should find it up on the peninsula. Tokyo. Japan and India signed a historic nuclear energy agreement that opens the door for the Tokyo to advance the New Delhi's nuclear energy technology. Badong, China. A boy trapped nearly 5 days in an abandoned well in Hebei province, China, was found dead after massive rescue operation, officials said. Canberra, Australia. Australia and the United States are nearing a deal to send refugees each to the housing outside of the borders to other country and in costly refugee camps. Blairstown, New Jersey. Blairstown, New Jersey police advised Samuel Senior is found to have died in a single engine per lane crane at full fire accident to cross 2 windows in the trees. San Diego. San Diego, attorneys for President-elect Donald Trump agreed to begin settlement in a class action lawsuit over the non-Trump University. Jackson, Georgia, testified facing accusation. Steven Spears has refused to appeal death sentence in Georgia instead requested a large meat pizza for his last meal. Lake Larry, North Carolina, wildfire. Lake Larry, North Carolina, Dublin, struck by continued dry conditions and low humidity, emergency officials said. Baltimore, Maryland's Attorney General said Aaron said the community and featured in hit podcast serial should not be released in prison before a new trial. In North Attleboro, town officials voted on Thursday to grant small business a small commercial exemption under the tax rate and have to bring more vendors to empty storefronts in downtown North Attleboro. In the tax confiscation hearing, Selectmen voted to maintain single tax rate decrease of property tax rate from $13.22 to $13.20 per $1,000 value for all residential, commercial, and industrial properties. But small business owners with fewer than 10 employees and a property value of less than $1 million can qualify for 5% tax exemption. Selectmen decided. Town assessor John Bliss was around 30 businesses in North Attleboro would qualify for a lower rate. If they elected, the exemption would be passed on now. If a commercial property is not resident, Selectmen assured. Chairman Patrick Reynolds said that the move was important to draw more businesses that are struggling downtown where many storefronts along the North Washington Street remain empty. Mansfield, a congregation that is closing its church building on South Main Street is leaving without first being a last tribute to local veterans. Boston. The president of the University of Massachusetts system and purchased waterfront condominium overlooking Boston Harbor for $975,000. The Sun reports that Mark Meehan closing the condo on the Boston Harbor Towers on October 25th. Their 31-story towers are next to the New England Aquarium. Meehan's predecessor, Robert Carey, made $1 when he sold a nearby property for $420,000 profit all while collecting $60,000 annual housing allowance. Marshfield, Massachusetts animal control officers at Marshfield have quarantined 2 dogs that encountered a rabid skunk. Alibaba smashes singles-day shopper record on Friday, clocking over 23% growth. The Chinese e-commerce sign said on Friday. JCPenney shares slumped after the company reported sales shortfall in the third quarter on Friday. Warren Buffett was a vocal backer of Hillary Clinton. He's not going to be the next president. So what does the Berkshire Hathaway CEO think of President-elect Donald Trump? As he said, he deserves everybody's respect. Well, President-elect Donald Trump publicly tried to dismantle the 2010 Dodd-Frank financial law, but it transit team's tempered expectations for a full repeal sweeping law. People familiar with the matter said. Yeah, a repeated increase in production from OPEC and 7 cents of global economy crude oil prices sharply lower in early Friday trading. Washington Greenpeace said it was considered climate policy and the president-elect Donald Trump will have a drill baby drill mentality about the energy group saying prices. Russian Tel Aviv, Israel conglomerate Dell Group confirmed with security the rights to explore for deep reserves and in deep waters off the coast of Newfoundland. Vienna, balance between the supply and demand in oil market will emerge with rapid adjustments. OPEC said even as production grows in some key regions. Moscow pointed an ongoing pressures from the weak oil economy. Russian oil company Rosneft said the profit of the third quarter dropped more than 70%. Alright, take a look at some stocks. Down 10.24 points at 1879.64. SP5 down 6.36 points at 2161.12. And Nasdaq up 11.79 points at 5,220.90. President-elect Donald Trump if you read closely, Trump's new website practically promises to devastate the climate. And Monday at 6:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon will arrive at the closest point to the Earth in 2016, the distance of 21,524 miles away. Seabirds mistakenly eat plastic debris on the ocean not just because it looks like food, but because it smells like it. When mealtime comes around, many species of ocean-faring birds, including albatrosses and petrels, follow the nose of the smell. President-elect Donald Trump did not express many views about science innovation campaign trip, but there are some clues to his decision on key issues. The series in which you were born may predict that you're at risk against some types of food. A new study of people in Asia and Middle East suggests. Some women are on for reversible birth control that could last by the Donald Trump presidency. As tweets and Facebook posts about getting intrauterine devices out. IUDs swept social media Wednesday as women warned each other. What the fuck? Teens with asthma are almost twice likely to smoke as their healthy peers, even though they know the habit can make it especially hard for them to breathe. Nancy Pelosi spoke with President-elect Donald Trump by phone to congratulate his victory. Hillary then graciously conceded. But Harry Reid is not taking Trump's election very well. Where the temperature 2014, when Hillary Clinton was all qualified in the second presidential campaign, at least when Clinton Bill Hillary has been on the ballot or in public office on every November election day since 1974. Peter Channel News time is 12:26 on this Friday afternoon, and it is time now for a sports report. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be taking on the New York Knicks. Game time 3 p.m. at the Garden Wall. The Norton Nets football team will be at Robert Adams Field against the Norwood Mustangs. Game time 7 o'clock. Uncover all you need to know for the non-title main card contest held by former champion Chris Weidman, returning after the first time in a year against former Olympic medalist Yoel Romero. Peter Channel News time is now 12:26 on this Friday afternoon, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's tell you where subway system is looking good on the commuter rail. It is looking good. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, highways and byways are New England on this Friday afternoon. Out in Connecticut, 95 on the northbound side of Bedford Greenwich down at Norwalk. 95 southbound side of Bedford Greenwich stretch. 95 westbound of Bedford West End New Haven. 84 eastbound side of Bedford Route 8 in Waterbury, Connecticut. Route 7 on the northbound side back up after I-84 in Dunbury, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side of Bedford 69 in Meriden. 91 on the northbound side of Bedford Interstate 84 Harvard, Connecticut. 291 on the southbound side of Bedford 291 on the southbound side of Bedford 291 and 57 in Springfield. Mass Park on the westbound side of Little, so just before 291 in Springfield. Mass Park on the eastbound side of Little, around 293 95 Auburn. Mass Park westbound back up around I-84 in Sturbridge to the Charleston stretch. Out in Rhode Island, 146 on the northbound side back up around Route 99, Lincoln, Rhode Island. 95 on the southbound side back up protected downtown Providence. 146 southbound south Wolf around Route 95 in Providence. 95 on the northbound side back up Coventry stretch. Jamestown in Mount Bridges and Jamestown Newport Bridges out. Looking good, but Mount Bridges out. Little Saw. Island and Cape. Bourne Bridge on the southbound side. Little Saw. 20 on the northbound side. Little Saw just around Bourne Bridge Rotary. 495 on the southbound side. It is backed up just around Route 58 in Carver. 120 on the southbound side. It is backed up on 138 in Stoughton all the way after the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side. Little Saw and Braintree split. 7 Expressway northbound side. Braintree split on the Mass Pike. 7 Expressway southbound side. So the Pike all the way out to Dorchester. 120 on the northbound side. Back to Denham all the way at Route 9 in Wellesley. 120 on the southbound side. Back to the Mass Pike in Western all the way to Route 9 in Wellesley. 93 on the northbound side. Back down downtown Boston. Route 3 on the southbound side, it is back to 120 in around the Burlington area. 120 on the northbound side, Lowell around Route 3 in Burlington. 93 on the northbound side, Lowell around Route 120 in Woburn. 120 southbound side, back to Linfield all the way at Route 93. 495 southbound back up after Route 3 in Lowell. 495 on the southbound side, around 97 in April. 93 on the northbound side, back to around Route 111 up to Windham, New Hampshire. But highways and byways, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, looking good except during the state 87 and 89. 89 and 91 on the southbound side, Little Saw after the Canadian border in Vermont, and Highway 59 on the northbound side. It is backed up after the Canadian border in southern Quebec. Headed towards Montreal. Peter Channel News time, 12:29 on this Friday afternoon, and it is time now for a weather report. Wind advisory affected until 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. The National Weather Service and total position wind advisory which is affected until 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Location off 7 New England and winds northwest at 15 to 20 miles of gust up to 15 miles an hour, and time it now. For tonight, has winds expected during the late morning and early afternoon. Impact strong wind may bring down branches and wire may cause outside power outages. And wind advisory means that the same winds of 31 39 miles are expected to gust between 46 and 57 miles. Winds that are strong and capable to down some small tree limbs and branches, possible causing isolated power outages. And driving can also be difficult to high profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For Veterans Day, sunny skies with the temperature falling down to 45 by 5 p.m. Northwest about 13, 6 miles of gusts today, 40 miles an hour. For tonight, clear skies about 25 degrees. Northwest about 8 to 10 miles of gusts today, 33 miles an hour for Saturday. Sunday, most clear skies about 47 about 30 degrees. Northwest about 7 miles and shift in the southwest about 7 miles an hour. For Sunday, Sunday clear skies about 56 about 34 degrees. West about 7 miles an hour for Monday, Sunday podcast about 59 about 37 degrees. Tuesday, podcast about 56 degrees. Thursday night at Church after 10 p.m. Most skies got about 42 degrees. Church patient 40%. Wednesday, check the showers. Most skies got about 55, about 42 degrees. Chest temperature 35% at Thursday. Check the showers. Put skies got about 56 degrees. Chest temperature 30%. Currently and not near, it's clear with a few clouds, and we have a temperature of 6 degrees with a humidity of 49%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this November 11th, 2069. Wednesday, I'm Pierce Review. On this November 11th, 2069. Friday, I'm Pierce Review. Good afternoon, goodbye, to be a good day.